Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
The nation's most prolific offense resides in the nation's capital. Tonight, the Padres are set to square off against Bryce Harper and the Nationals. Next. Dinelson Lamet was outstanding last night for the Padres in the finale of this series. The Padres able to take 2 out of 3 from the Mets in the first venue of this 2-city tour. Now it's on to Nationals Park, where Corey Spangenberg again, the Padres get ready to take on one of the game's best tonight. You're talking about offense, you're talking about Bryce Harper, and of course they got to deal with Max Scherzer. It is Game 1 of a 3-game weekend series in the nation's capital. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Well, tonight the Padres deal with the Washington Nationals. They are atop the National League East. They have a 7.5 game lead. They do everything well. Offense, offense, offense. You look at the rankings, and the Nats are number 1 in a lot of offensive categories. It's going to be a challenge for the pitching staff for the Padres, let's face it. But Harper offensively, Zimmerman, Zimmerman's getting the night off just because, and Max Scherzer. He can be beaten. He's lost some games this year. So when you've got offense, and some pitching going on, especially the rotation, that looks good for the Nationals. But key is to get into their bullpen. You mentioned it, the offense. Here's where they rank. As a pitcher, you look at this lineup. Okay, the Nationals have lost 18 games this year, right? They're beatable. But it's like you get to the lineup and it's like there's no breathing room. There's no easy out. If these guys are swinging the bats collectively, that's why they've got the best average. The slugging percentage, the home runs. Keep the ball in the ballpark. Get them out early and take your chances that way. Try to beat the Nats tonight. It is Game 1 of the series with the Nationals. Luis Perdomo will try to handle that Nationals lineup and quiet them. Game 1 is next on Fox Sports San Diego. Baseball brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup. Shop at ChooseNissan.com. By Petco, your complete pet store with all the nutrition, supplies, and services you need. By Jerome's Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. And by Jack in the Box. Come try the new sweet or spicy barbecue bacon cheeseburger and chicken sandwich for a limited time only. Well, we welcome you here to Nationals Park on a beautiful night in the nation's capital. Time now for the weather report. Brought to you by your always sunny San Diego Honda dealers. 75 degrees. Northwest breeze at 13 miles per hour in the forecast. Partly cloudy, but right now a lot of blue skies above Nationals Park. It's time now for Saquon's Pick the Stick. Weigh in on Twitter for a chance to win a free foursome of golf courtesy of Saquon Golf Resort. Just hashtag I'm with the last name of the broadcaster you want to join forces with. If they win, you could too. One random winner selected nightly. Follow us at Fox Sports SD for more details. Well, Max Scherzer ready to work here to Alan Cordoba, and the first pitch of the ball game is in there for strike one, and we're underway. Well, Max Scherzer coming off a tough outing by his standards. Looking to bounce back here tonight with a 4-3 record on the year in his 10th start.
Max Scherzer all four. Last time out, it was the location of the fastball that got him. And even though he didn't have his best stuff, he still pitched quite well. That's how good he is. And he's aggressive. He's a max effort, no pun intended there, max effort guy with each and every pitch. I've always said this about Max Scherzer. You know what he is? He's a closer that tries to go 9 innings. That's his mentality when he's out there on the hill.
Well, Alan Cordoba down 1-2 here in the count. And Scherzer strikes him out. Looked like the slider. One down in the first inning as we check out Andy Green's starting 9, brought to you by Toyota. Just saw Alan Cordoba. Yangervis Solarte is at second base and bats second with Will Myers at first. Ryan Schimpf at third with Corey Spangenberg in left. Austin Hedges does the catching, batting sixth with Matt Caesar in right. Eric Ibar, the shortstop, bats eighth, and Luis Perdomo, the pitcher, out of the 9 spot.
Don, you might see these Padre hitters swinging early in the count, right?
Have to be.
If you get a fastball that's in the zone, you got to go to hacking.
You know he's going to be around the strike zone. That's especially true early, as misses here with ball 1 to Yangervis Solarte.
Well, the report we got from the Washington National announcers is that last time out, Scherzer was pushing his fastball, kind of yanking his fastball, and not hitting his spots. Like that. Now, what type of mechanical issue will Max Scherzer adjust to? That remains to be seen, but he looks very herky-jerky. He's always kind of herky-jerky, just coming across his body rather than towards on top on the baseball and going towards home plate rather than side to side. Staying on top, not going side to side on it.
2-0 pitch is inside, and it's now 3-0. Scherzer coming in at 4-3, a 3.02 earned run average into his 10th start of the year, and was able to strike out Cordoba to begin the first inning. And that's a strike poured in there at 93. Took a little off. And it's 3-1. Outfield set up straight away on Solarte. And that's ball 4. A 1-out walk for Yangervis. So down to first base with 1 away here in the first inning. Padres have a base runner. Let's check out the defense behind Scherzer. Left to right in the outfield, Jason Worth, Michael Taylor, and Bryce Harper. It is Anthony Rendon at third base, Trey Turner at short, Wilmer Defoe at second base, Adam Lind at first, and the former Orioles catcher Matt Wieters doing the catching.
See the fielding percentage for Trey Turner. He can get to a lot of balls as well. Decent range there at shortstop.
1 out, 1 on here for Will Myers. Myers taking strike 1.
You know, fielding percentage can be one of those statistics that's kind of overrated a little bit, because how many balls can a fielder actually get to? If you don't have good range, you're not getting to a lot of balls, but still have good fielding percentage, well, you take that into consideration.
Myers cranks it foul, down 0-2, and Will has played in every game so far for the Padres this year. This is the 50th game of the year. Now Last year against Max Scherzer, Will Myers had a home run at Petco Park in San Diego.
Opposite field.
That was his second career home run off Scherzer. Down here 0-2. He's 4 for 9 against him with those 2 home runs. And check swing grounder foul. Max Scherzer, a 2-time 20-game winner. 21-3. That was a member of the Tigers back in 2013. And last year, in his second year with the Nationals, he won 20 games, was 20-7. The ERA under 3 at 2.96, and made 34 starts here last year for the Nationals.
Boy, he's yanked a handful of pitches to the left,
down and way to the right-hander.
Take a look at his delivery. He's a max effort guy, long stride, and boy, very herky-jerky. Almost like he's aiming the ball, not finishing it off, getting through the baseball.
That was kind of the scouting report from the last game. On the ground towards shortstop, Trey Turner to second for 1, on to first. It's a double play. So the walkers erased on the DP that ends the first. The Nationals that are coming up. Don't score in the top of the first inning. Nationals coming up in the bottom of the first. And we check out the Nationals starting lineup tonight. Chris Spire is the acting manager with Dusty Baker away at his son's graduation. So we'll have Chris Spire, the former Expos shortstop, who is going to be the manager. Trey Turner at shortstop, Jason Worth in left, Bryce Harper in right, Anthony Rendon at third base with Adam Lind at first base. Matt Wieters does the catching with Michael Taylor in center field. Wilmer Defoe at second base, and Max Scherzer out of the 9th spot doing the pitching. And Luis Perdomo on the mound tonight for the Padres. His first pitch is going to be called a ball. So looking for that elusive first win for Luis.
Hopefully tonight's the night for the 24-year-old, making his 8th start. All pitches for strikes and hold the runners. Boy, tremendous movement right out of the get-go of that 2-seam fastball. And when that is working, we know that he gets a lot of ground balls.
Trey Turner at the top of this order. Trying to frame it there was Hedges. A swirling wind inside the ballpark. Fly ball headed out towards center field. Córdoba going back, still going at the wall. That's gone. Home run. What a start for the Nationals here in the first inning. Trey Turner with a leadoff home run. 5th home run of the year for Turner.
not going to get away with too many pitches at 93. And good extension from Trey Turner. Oh, what a way to lead off ball game for the Washington Nationals. We talked about the offense, the categories. #1 in a lot of offensive categories. Got some tough outs in this lineup.
Now Jason Worth stands in, and he will take strike one.
You know, looks to me, looking at Luis Perdomo, he has quickened up his delivery.
Trying to pick up that outside corner and could not. Perdomo coming off a difficult outing in which he lasted only 3 innings, giving up 8 runs on 11 hits to the Arizona Diamondbacks. After the check swing goes around, according to home plate umpire Roberto Ortiz, who has to play tonight for the umpires. A 1-2 is swung on and grounded foul.
No, Jason Worth, over the course of his career, I want your opinion on this. Doesn't it seem like he kind of feels for the baseball sometimes when he swings? You know, at times he's going to attack it, but it's almost as if he's looking for one certain pitch and you throw a breaking ball. It's almost like he feels for it. It's not an attack. And I think that's one way. Whoa. Oh, was that a called strike?
Yes, it was.
Wow, it looked like it might have been off the plate. Perdomo gets a call. That's a ball out of the hand. Came back. It was a 2-seamer. But he'll take that.
So 1 down, and Bryce Harper standing in. The start to this year for Harper similar to the year before last. Coming in with 14 home runs, 38 runs batted in, and a .340 average. 44th game of the year.
Well, this kid's back, huh? Bryce Harper?
Absolutely.
Remember last year, everybody was saying, oh, such a down year. Well, maybe for standards for Bryce Harper, yes.
Not for everybody else, though, by their standards.
People would do a lot of things to have the year that Bryce Harper had last year.
He's the MVP in 2015. Started 42 of 46 games so far for the Nationals. Scored more runs than anybody else with 43. 2 is outside. 1 and 2 to Bryce Harper.
You know, Bryce Harper is one of those kids. He's not really going to give up a lot of information if he's got little aches and pains going on here and there, right? I think last year was one of those cases, maybe.
Played hurt.
Yeah. That's just the way, you know, he goes hard.
In the air the other way. Spangenberg started in, now goes back and makes the catch. Go to second out here in the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out the Padres defensively tonight. The Padres defensively brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Left to right, Corey Spangenberg with Alan Cordova and Matt Caesar in the outfield. Ryan Schimpf at third with Eric Ibar at short. Got Hervis Solarte at second. Will Myers at first. And Austin Hedges doing the catching for Luis Perdomo.
What's that tell you about Cordova? You can plug him in anywhere. He's such a great athlete. Andy Green touched upon that in the dugout before the game.
They're comfortable putting him anywhere. Anthony Rendon, the third baseman, will take strike one.
Don Perdomo's got that 2-seamer working nicely tonight. You know, that one mistake to Trey Turner flattened out on him. Hitters count. He's got some serious movement.
Almost too much at times.
Yeah. So what do you do there? You aim for the middle of the plate, you work down and let the ball do the work. Because chances are, you know, hitters, if it's close to the zone, they're going to be hacking. By the time it gets in the hitting zone, bang, you either swing through it, foul it off, maybe even get a ground ball.
On the ground down the third baseline, a fair ball. Now head down to the left field corner. Spangenberg going to dig it out, and in his second base goes Rendon with a 2-out double right down the line at third.
Can anybody be more hotter than Rendon right now? This guy's unbelievable. in the Mariners series. 6 for 12, 4 home runs. 2-seamer, sure, it's down and in. And once again, when you're swinging the bat well, that ball finds a hole and stays fair.
2 down, and Turner is in with a home run in the first inning. Now you got Rendon at second base. It's 1-0 Nationals, and threatening for more with Adam Lynn coming up. Well traveled Adam Lynn, now a National and having a very good year. 348 average coming in. 3 homers and 14 runs driven in. Veteran left-handed bat. Plays first base and the outfield. Signed with the Nationals right before spring training.
Giving Ryan Zimmerman a little bit of a blow, right? When you're the Washington Nationals and you're 28 and 18. There comes a time when you want to rest certain players and give other guys ABs. That's the situation for Lind.
We see Harper get a day off this weekend, as well as Jason Worth.
Don't forget Daniel Murphy. He's on the bench starting this game.
He was a candidate for MVP last year. 1-1 on the ground right side. Solarte on to first for the out that ends the inning. Trey Turner with a leadoff home run has the Nationals on top 1-0.
It's a guy that a lot of people come back to the dugout saying, I feel like I'm seeing it, but I'm just not making contact with it. It's just one of those fastballs that plays, and then the off-speed stuff's good too. Usually when you get him, it's not 4 hits strung together. Usually it's a walk and a single and a home run. Like, that's usually how you score runs against him. He's very tough to hit, but he will give up the home run on occasion. And our guys got to battle every single at-bat to have a good, productive day for us.
Manager Andy Green on facing Max Scherzer. And guys, the Nationals bench coach Chris Spire said if you take away all of Max Scherzer's physical abilities and his talent and just give every single player what he has on the inside in terms of being a competitor, that is what makes him so special. He's really got it all, guys.
Well, off to a pretty good start here tonight as the Padres retired in the first inning. Did have a walk, but got a double play to get out of it. He's a guy that can get stronger as his outing goes along. That's one thing. You try to get to him early if you can.
You have to. And if you swing early, if that's the plan, 2 things are going to happen. You're either going to make an out or you're going to be standing on second base or maybe even hit a home run.
Schiff popping it up into shallow left, and Jason Worth takes care of out number 1.
And Michelle makes another point about what Andy Green said, is that there are certain players in every sport that when they're in the lineup, you know what you're going to get. He's not going to win every time out, but when Max Scherzer toes the slab, you know that he's going to keep you in the ball game the majority of the time. I mean, even on last time out, He only went 5 innings. He gave up 3 runs, but yet he kept his team in the game. They didn't end up winning, but he kept them in the game, give him a chance.
One down for Corey Spangenberg. He'll swing at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball to left field. Jason Worth again. 2 down in the second inning. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
The keys from the nation's capital tonight. Try and expose. See the small E in expose?
Yes, they used to be the Expo.
Right. Try to expose Scherzer. And pick your poison. Talking about the lineup here for the Washington Nationals. They've got some punch. Trey Turner, top of the order. You got Worth, Harper, Rendon, Lind, Wieters. Got to pitch him carefully.
So 2 down there. There you go. One
Love
of the logos in Major League Baseball.
If you're going to wear the Expos hat, you got to wear the pinwheel hat, the red, white, and blue. That uniform, that hat, one of the best ones out there.
Austin Hedges batting with 2 down in the inning. .208 average, 8 homers, 21 runs batted in. His 47th game of the year. Luis Torrens getting a start in one of the games at Citi Field in New York in the last series.
Scherzer breaking out the slider early. That first pitch swinging Spangenberg to left field was a slider. That one right there. You know, if he starts yanking the breaking ball, maybe he's going to that slider to find that release point.
On the ground up the middle and off the bag, it kicks out into center field. Austin Hedges with a 2-out single and the first hit of the night for San Diego.
Good swing by Austin. The one hopper, hockey suit right through the 5-hole and then off the pillow.
So a base runner with 2 down here in the inning for the Padres, and it brings up Matt Caesar. Caesar, who has started all 3 outfield positions since joining the Padres last night at center, now moves over to right field for tonight's game. And the news on Manuel Margot, not terrific. He has got a walking boot on now, and it seems like that calf has gotten a little bit worse. Eddie Green saying before the game that not surprising if Margot did end up on the DL, but the decision has not yet been made.
And that takes away from everything. You're running, you're hitting, you're fielding. That's his game. And it's one of those situations where, yeah, you want to take care of it now. You don't want that thing to get into anything worse. So try and take care of it right now.
Caesar goes chasing and strikes out. They'll throw him out for the completion of the 2-3 put out. Second strikeout for Scherzer, 1-0 Nationals. to you by Nissan. It's on to the last of the second inning back at the nation's capital at Nationals Park, where the Nationals have a 1-0 lead.
I love coming to the nation's capital. A very cool town, city, isn't it?
It is. We got a great view of the Pentagon from where we stay.
Yes.
We get a great view of the Capitol.
I love the Capitol building.
Although there's a lot more stuff around it now than there was just a couple of years ago. Luis Perdomo getting through the first inning gave up a home run to Trey Turner to start his outing. Then a 2-out double to Rendon. We got Lynn to ground out. There's a fly ball to center that has Cordoba going back, and he makes the catch. Almost ended up over his head. Almost misjudged that one, but he gets back there and makes the grab.
All right, well, making the transition from shortstop to left field, now playing center field tonight. Let's check it out. Right back of home plate. Now this ball, he holds his ground a little bit, right? We talk about being a center fielder. The different jump you get, the different angle, the different look off the bat. Straight over your head, one of the tougher ones to judge, but he's athletic enough to make up the difference and make that catch. It's very windy up here.
Very windy up here.
I'm glad I didn't wear my toupee. It's a red flag hair hat warning tonight.
Yes. One down, and Michael Taylor, the batter, quickly down 0-2. Yes, this would be a bad toupee night.
Yeah. Bad hair hat day.
It's a swirling wind up where we are, which is on top of the stadium.
Yeah.
The highest broadcast location in Major League Baseball. We're on the 26th floor.
And we're not kidding.
The game is a rumor.
Yeah.
Hello from up top. We are way up here. It's like they forgot about the booths and said, oh yeah,
That's right, they do TV games.
we got to put a booth up there somewhere.
That's our view.
That's our view. Down here in the second inning, and Taylor waiting on a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball headed to shortstop. Ibar. And there are 2 outs here in the second inning. It's time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
Last night, New York. How about the relay? This is something they practice in spring training every single day. Reyes goes down to the corner. Cordoba. How does he contribute? Well, he slides just to make sure that ball does not get into the corner. The infielders are lining up. Cutoff man, Chase Darno on the pick. He now eyes the runner. He eyes Austin Hedges. How about another pick? And then the quick swipe tag by Austin Hedges to get Matt Reynolds at the plate. Perfectly executed. A big run, a big out for the Padres last night.
Yeah, big play in the game. Padres taking the finale of the 3-game series and winning 2 out of 3. So grounded to short, sharply hit. Ibar has got it. And they retire Defoe 6-3 to end the inning. A nice 1-2-3 inning for Perdomo. 1-0 Nationals. banquet. Arizona pitcher Curt Schilling took a no-hitter and a 2-0 lead into the 8th inning against the Padres when catcher Ben Davis broke it up with a bunt single back May 26th on this date in 2001. And well, Davis now doing games for the Philadelphia Phillies. Schilling has it broken up, and he was none too happy about it.
No, this does not sit well with manager Bob Brenly of the Diamondbacks and Curt Schilling. Late in the game, down by 2, Ben Davis wanted to get that tying run to the plate. I thought it was a good baseball move.
I don't have a problem with a game that close.
I don't have a problem with it either. Now, if it's 8-0, yes, I've got a problem with it. But you're trying to win a ball game.
Well, Eric Ibar leading it off here for the Padres in the 3rd inning. Ibar hitting at 204 coming in. And a swing and a miss, strikes out. Scherzer picks up his 3rd K. Scherzer will strike a lot of people out.
Yeah, when he's got the fastball located well, when he's got the slider and curveball where he even mixes in a changeup, that's the results, Donnie.
His career strikeouts per 9 innings, up over 10, just over 10. As Luis Perdomo, the pitcher, batting for himself here with 1 down in the 3rd inning. 149 career average last year and this year in the majors, and he'll foul it off to the right out of play. Two for 9 this year at the plate for Luis. Padres with 1 hit so far off Scherzer. Oh, swing and a miss, and that's 3 straight strikeouts for Scherzer. 2 down here in the 3rd inning.
Well, you got to get to Scherzer early. Hopefully the Padres can get into that bullpen for the Nationals, not throwing that well. But when he gets the feel for those pitches, it could be a rough night. And for Max Scherzer, the strengths, well, the effective slider. Balls put in play, 0.75 average. His weakness, doesn't throw changeups for strikes. And at times he really doesn't have to. And then the repertoire for the right-hander.
2 down here in the 3rd, and Alan Córdoba the batter. Struck out swinging in the 1st inning. 1 of 4 strikeouts already for Scherzer through 2 2/3 innings tonight. Córdoba in the last 12 games, he's getting a chance to play every day now. Andy Green is finding the spot, and you know what? He's kind of forcing his way into this lineup, forcing the hand of his manager to play him every day.
Why not?
Good at bats for the most part, going deep in the counts, getting good hitters counts. And a little pop-up sent foul off to the right out of play.
And with more at-bats, hopefully more confidence and more success.
Scherzer struck out Caesar to end the 2nd. He opens the 3rd by striking out Ibar and Perdomo. Now a 1-2 pitch coming up here to Córdoba. He gets a piece and fouls it back. 96-mile-an-hour fastball that was elevated.
Now does he go down and away with the slider? And let's see if that's the case. If it's a good take by Córdoba, he tries to go that way because the outfield is swinging over towards the right field side.
Goes to the changeup instead and strikes him out. Strikes out the side. Ibar, Perdomo, and Córdoba. kicks off with Major League Baseball at 4 p.m. Chris Bryant and the Cubs take on the Dodgers. Your local Fox station, or you can watch it live on FS Go.
How come you got that read and I didn't?
I don't know. I think decisions have been made by people higher up on the chain than us.
It's all about adjustments.
1-0 Nationals on top of the Padres with Scherzer leading it off.
You know, when the pitcher leads off, and I'm not taking anything away from Max Scherzer, but a good opportunity for Perdomo to get that release point, get a quick out, maybe a strikeout. There you go.
Scherzer down by way of the K.
That was a slider, and then start fresh against Trey Turner, who hurt him last time up.
Perdomo looked very focused before the game today. He was sitting in the dugout while the Nationals were taking BP, just kind of looking on from the dugout prior to the game, and out there in his uniform already, you could tell he was geared up for tonight's start. And again, I think it goes back to something you know about, and certainly how hard it is to be a starting pitcher coming off a bad outing and having all that time to wait for the next start.
It's the worst. You want to get out there. You want to get off to a good start, and it eats at you. You know, no different pitchers take it differently. And you know, after that home run, the one thing is that Perdomo now to this point has made an adjustment. He didn't let that first inning get away from him. That's what I liked about Dinelson Lamet yesterday. The home run, he bounced back in his 5 innings. He gave up that double in the 3rd, followed it up with a strikeout to end that 3rd inning. 8 strikeouts on the day for Lamet.
That first major league victory out of the way. There's a real confident poise about him last night.
Yes.
3-1, and a broken bat liner get into left center field. Over the plate is Cordoba, heading for 2 is Turner. Throw goes there, and he will be safe. Now Solarte thinks they got him. We'll see if the Padres challenge this.
Oh, a little hesitation right there by Cordoba. Boy, what a, you know what? He might be safe. I think it's the right call, but what a great throw. Accurate throw. Looks like Turner gets his hand in there.
Well, that slight hesitation out there in center field did cost him. That might have been the difference. So 1 out, Turner in scoring position at second base. So he's got a home run and a double so far in this game against Perdomo.
You know, he's hit for the cycle already in his career. Now you can see why he's a candidate for a cycle, right? He's got the pop. He's got speed. You know there's a triple in there. And we just saw what he could do there on the double. Well, the White Sox in Detroit are postponed because of rain in the Midwest. Baltimore and Houston 8-10 start. And looks like the Angels in Miami are the top of the 2nd with 1 out.
Line foul into the seats.
Pittsburgh and New York Mets 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd. Mets are leading the Buccos 1-0. And the Reds are in Philly 3-0. Reds in the bottom of the 2nd.
Hard to see the scoreboard from this far away.
Very far. I need the Hubble telescope.
Worth out to center field. Cordoba calling. And he'll make the catch out there for out number 2. So Worth retired, and Turner remains at second base. It's time now for the Arco top tier player profile. We check out Bryce Harper. 23 games in his career against the Padres. Enjoys Padres pitching. They're not alone in that category, though. A lot of teams starting pitching, and 380 the average. 30 hits against the Padres in 23 career games and 6 home runs. With 2 outs, here is Bryce Harper. Flied out to left field in the first inning, 0 for 1.
Only 24 years old.
That's the amazing part. It seems like he's been around a long time.
It's unbelievable.
Straighten him up with a pitch inside, and Perdomo falling behind 2-0.
Well, he'll be a free agent after the 2018 season, right? Bryce Harper.
The Padres, I think, it just intentionally walked him.
With first base being open and 2 outs.
Got behind him 2-0, decided to put him on. Intentional free pass, and Anthony Rendon coming up.
See, this is one of those situations. Now there's a force at any base. Remember what I said earlier? Pick your poison.
Yeah.
Harper. Okay, first base is up. We'll take a chance at Rendon. You know, sure, he's swinging the hot bat. I mean, look at the numbers. Hopefully he'll strike out or maybe, you know, roll into a force out to get out of this inning.
Highest OPS in the last week. Turner at second, Harper at first with 2 down. And the fastball for a strike at 94. Nationals threatening here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Look out, almost hit him. Doan in the first with a double. Did not advance so after doubling with 2 down in the first. Check swing. Did he go? No. They check the first base umpire, Mike Estabrook.
I'd like to look at that one again.
I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
I thought he went.
And if he hits it,
it's a double. Another one. That bat was squared to the infield.
Turner at second, Harper at first, 2 down. And a check swing for ball 3, 3-1.
Well, now you have to either pitch backwards and make a really good pitch because Rendon has a great eye for the strike zone, or locate a good fastball, 3-1. And if he puts it in play, hope for a ground ball right at one of your infielders.
Rendon was last year's comeback player of the year. After an injury, played 2015, and we'll take it down low. And that will be ball 4. He'll be heading down to first base. Not sure he knew what the count was.
I don't think he did because he backed out of the box as if it was ball 3.
So a second walk of the inning charged to Perdomo. Aaron Balsley out there to talk to Perdomo. All of a sudden, the bases are loaded with 2 down. And you got Adam Lind coming up. Lind has a .504 slugging percentage against right-handed pitching. Got 188 career home runs, of which 167 have come against right-handers. 4 grand slams to his credit, a .314 career average in this spot. Got Turner at third, Harper at second, and Rendon at first with 2 down here in the Nationals' 3rd inning. Ball 1.
And kind of spinning off that one, not having his momentum go towards home plate. Kind of cutting short a little bit and spinning on that front foot on the follow through.
On the ground towards shortstop. Ibar chasing in, will throw on the run, and in time to retire Lind and to get out of a bases loaded jam. 1-0 Nationals.
Game, his slider's the same thing. You know, he's got 2 very plus pitches. You know, he's tough. This is the only place you get to face a guy like that here in the big leagues. So it's going to be a challenge tonight, but it's going to be fun. You know, this is probably one of the better guys we'll face all year. So, you know, for our young guys, it'll be fun to go out there and have a challenge like that.
That was Will Myers, who's on deck right now, on what it's like facing Max Scherzer. And he's actually been pretty successful against him in his career, 4 for 9 with 2 home runs. And I asked him what the secret was, why he has been so successful. And he said he's just gotten good pitches to hit and put good swings on it. So he didn't tell me too much, guys.
Well, Will be batting second here in this inning. It's Solarte, Myers, and Schimpf. We're in the 4th inning for Scherzer. That's 5 strikeouts through the first 3 innings, and gonna drop down on that breaking ball in there for a strike.
Yeah, it kind of touches upon what we talked about earlier, is that when a pitcher like Max Scherzer really has his crosshair set on the corners, up, down, in, and out, you might get that one pitch early that might be the only pitch of the at-bat to do some damage.
Fly ball center field. Taylor going back, and he'll have plenty of room to make the catch for the first out of the 4th inning. It's now 5 in a row retired by Scherzer. 1 down here in the 4th, and I'll bring up Will Myers. Nice percentage of teams extra base hits, so he's got 19.5% of the Padres extra base hits. They trapped 24% of the Angels extra base hits. That's quite a statement.
Isn't that great analysis on my part?
Really?
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that stat again.
That is quite a percentage here for Mike Trout of the Angels. So good. I mean, it's your years of baseball knowledge for both broadcasting the game and playing the game. It's amazing how you're able to verbalize so much knowledge and audibilize so much knowledge.
I think that's so funny.
It's really good.
Well, hitters count here for Will.
Another great point.
If he pitches him away, will he drive the ball away and put a good swing on it? See, that's pitching backwards for Scherzer with the breaking ball. And when a hitter sees that 2-0, it's not like, okay, it's not gonna, I'm not gonna pull the trigger on that one because I can't really put my best 2-0 swing on it, expecting that breaking ball. Oh, then he breaks a changeup on him? Really? That's pitching right there. 2-1 changeup from Max Scherzer. Wieters gives the sign, he gives the target, and right where he wants it.
So 1 out, and a count here of 2-2 to Will Myers.
Here comes the slider.
And that is strike 3. Myers good, takes with him the 6th strikeout for Max Scherzer in the night.
Well, it's not where Scherzer wanted it, but it works to his advantage. He wanted it down and away. See where Wieters is? And that straightens up Will. It's the front door slider. Starts off the plate a little bit and then just gets the inside corner for the called strike.
So 2 down here in the 4th, and it brings up Ryan Schimpf. Flied out to left field, first time up. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Schimpf coming in with 11 home runs on the year. RBIs. They shift on him on the right side here, do the Nationals. Schimpf on a check swing grounder down the 3rd baseline that'll go foul. Schimpf's got to come on back, but not entirely sure, so he headed all the way down to first base. The closed captioning for tonight's game is brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel.
Durr.
Two down here in the 4th, and it brings Ryan Schimpf here with a count of 1-2 back to the plate.
Did you just see what they showed on the big screen?
No.
They showed a set of Max Scherzer's eyes. You know, he has heterochromia. One eye is different color than the other one. And it's almost like a mesmerizing thing with 2 strikes that they're trying to, want to go for the strikeout.
Schimpf hits it in the air to right field, down the line towards the pole, and that ball is going to be gone. A home run. Ryan Schimpf for the home run to tie this game 1-1, his 12th of the year. Now the Padres tie it up with 1 swing of the bat down into the bullpen for Ryan Schimpf.
Was that a changeup? Down. Changeup speeds up the bat of Ryan Schimpf, and he keeps it fair down the 335 right field line, and we are tied.
Well, the one thing has been the home run ball for Scherzer. Now a bunt bid here by Spangenberg, but Scherzer flips to first, close play, but he is out. So 1-3 on the putout, but a home run by Ryan Schimpf, his 12th home run of the year. And with 1 swing of the bat, the Padres have tied the game 1-1 from our nation's capital tonight. On a home run by Ryan Schimpf. Now a liner into left that's going to get in for a hit. Spangenberg over to cut it off. Matt Wieters has himself a leadoff base hit here in the 4th inning. Long-time Orioles catcher moving cross town here to the Nationals. And settling in here, this new team.
We talked about the Padres swinging early against Scherzer. Wieters' first pitch fastball taken it the opposite way. It was a pitch that was up in the zone, didn't get good sink to it.
So lead runner on, Michael Taylor. Grounded out shortstop first time up. Pretty aggressive against Perdomo. With a short lead at first as Taylor will take a pitch downstairs. Nationals getting their run on a home run by Trey Turner. Padres getting their run on a home run by Ryan Schimpf. struck pretty well to deep left center field off the bat of Taylor, back towards the wall, and that ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Michael Taylor here, his third of the year. And just like that, the Nationals take a 3-1 lead.
Wieters swinging early at the fastball for the single. That's a two-seamer that leaks down and in right into the swing path of Taylor. Boy, he gets extended. The ball was in a little bit, brought his hands in and hits it to the left center field gap. Home run's the story tonight.
Homer Devo sending it foul off to the left, out of play. Taylor's home run has given the Nationals a 3-1 lead. Second home run allowed by Perdomo tonight. Defoe, the very late swing. The single by Wieters, the 2-run shot by Taylor. It's happened quickly here in the bottom of the fourth. Followed off over by the Nationals dugout. They're housed on the first base side here at Nationals Park. Two. And a check swing foul. Will do it again. At the bottom of the order, giving Perdomo some trouble. Grounded down the first baseline. It's a fair ball. Perdomo will cover, and a nice lead there by Myers. Nice play guarding the line, and a fair ball, the indication by Mike Escobar, first base umpire. Down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Job by Perdomo getting over there to cover.
And it's all about adjustments, right? You get that first out after the single and the home run, trailing by 2. As soon as that ball was struck, you're heading over there. Will Myers shows him the baseball right to the chest for the 3-1.
Wow. That was a cross-up or what? Pitch to Scherzer, glancing off the glove of Hedges, but almost like he wasn't expecting that pitch.
Whoa. That was really strange. Did Austin anticipate that ball coming back like a two-seam and it just stayed up on him?
Might have. It thoroughly surprised him.
Because there's nobody on. See, like that pitch there. See how that pitch came? It starts up a little bit. It comes back down.
Yep.
Now watch. Is Austin anticipating it down, or he just didn't get? It was just up so much that he just didn't get there quick enough. Tough to tell.
Swing and a miss for Scherzer. He struck out in the third inning. 1 of 2 Ks for Perdomo. 58 average this year for Scherzer. Swing and a miss, and Perdomo strikes out Scherzer, and there are 2 outs in the inning. MLB TV Premium is back and better than ever. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live on over 400 supported devices. Plus, get a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Which is grounded foul over by the Padres dugout. Two down, and the base is empty now. Turner has homered and doubled. And will ground one off the glove at third base of Schiff down the line. Heading for two is Turner. He will get to second base. On for the third time of this ball game.
Ball looks like a catchable ball for Ryan Schimpf there. He backs up on it. Just the ball just scoots up on him. Now as a third baseman, you've had two choices, right? You either try to charge that one or you back up on it. And judging by Ryan Schimpf and his reaction there, it looks like he thinks he himself should have had that one. It was a pitch that was up from Luis Perdomo.
Double credited to Turner. Now a grounder and a foul ball outside of third. Jason Worth fouling it off. Yeah, it hit the dirt, kind of took off on him too. It looked like kind of exploded down there at third base.
You know what? I would kind of lean, and looking objectively, E5.
They have changed it now.
Really?
They're charged, yep, E5. Actually, they went with a hit.
See, there's that field swing again from Jason Worth. Off-speed pitch, and he kind of like feels for it.
Throw for two in the game. Struck out, fly out. Smothered by Hedges. Worth a swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt, and Perdomo strikes him out to end the inning. But the damage done, a two-run shot for Michael Taylor. Nationals have a 3-1 lead. San Diego County Lexus dealer who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. By Sequan Casino, play, win together in the heart of San Diego. And by Honda, great deals are waiting for you now at your local Honda dealer. The Washington Monument back in Washington, D.C. Game one of a three-game series between the Padres and the Nationals. What a beautiful night here in the D.C. area. Padres now trailing in the game 3-1 as they come to bat here in the fifth. Austin Hedges against Max Scherzer, who has a lead again.
Remember early, Scherzer did not have the fastball release point down, he was yanking a lot of pitches, right? Pushing a lot of pitches down and away to righties, down and into lefties. And so what did he do? He countered with throwing more sliders. He got that release point down pretty well. Got some strikeouts, got some outs. And then he breaks, he has the audacity to break out the changeup. Well, the nerve of this guy. He's tough enough to hit already, as it is.
There's a pop-up into shallow left. Turner, the shortstop, out. And he'll make the catch for the first out of the 5th inning. Can't help but notice you got the pointer out there tonight. I know you travel it, but you got it in full effect tonight.
Yeah, the pointer travels. Travels very well. I'm a big fan of the pointer.
You love the pointer.
I try to point you in the right. Why did you flinch there? I'm not going to hit you.
Very close.
I try to point you in the right direction. And kind of give you a little coaching tip on the reads, since you're getting all the reads tonight.
Oh, you noticed.
Yeah, I've noticed.
I think I've had at least 3 of your promos.
Yeah, and it hurts.
That gives you a chance, you know, when a guy starts going bad and has has you know, some problems, not hitting well. A lot of times they drop him down in the order,
right?
Take a little pressure off. There was a meeting held earlier this morning when we got in. And
a production meeting that I was not aware of?
That you weren't invited to. And it was discussed that we'll drop you down in the order a little bit, take some pressure off. So,
well,
I'll do a lot of the reads tonight, and you just do your expert analysis with your pointer over there.
Well, Donnie, I'm a team player.
Yep.
And I'm willing to accept that.
Okay. It was a tough couple of days in New York. That's all. Just a bad couple of days. You'll figure it out. He's a ground ball to short. Turner to first, and there are 2 down here in the 5th.
Well, hopefully the Padre hitters figure it out against Scherzer, because he does have the feel there. After that home run, Spangenberg out. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. And when this guy gets a lead and he gets that feel in the 5th, 6th, 7th, it's going to be tough. He's proven that in his career.
2 down in the 5th inning for Eric Ibar. One thing you can do, if you can get to Scherzer, you can get to this Nationals pen.
Yes.
Pen has really struggled.
Oh, and they're talking to other teams. We talked to General Manager Mike Rizzo before the game. So we take a look at Scherzer's breakdown. 57 pitches, 43 strikes.
There's a pop-up foul off to the left. And it seems like they're aware of the problem, and they want to try to fix it here as soon as
Absolutely.
possible. Two outs in the 5th. Ibar batting here with the bases empty. And a grounder foul the other way this time, outside of first. Talking a little bit about the bad bullpen for the Nationals, and here are the numbers. A 5.26 earned run average. Well, where's that? That's worst in Major League Baseball, and 9 blown saves. Which, if you think about it, the fact that they are on top of the National League East with a 7.5 game lead is amazing.
They're doing it with the offense. It's almost the case if they're scoring 6, they're only giving up 5.
Scherzer enjoys a 1-2-3 5th inning. Nationals have a 3-1 lead.
due up. He flew out to left field the first at-bat on Perdomo. Let's check out the sequence. 94, 95 fastballs, right? Another fastball. So what does Perdomo do? Oh, he changes gears. He throws the changeup at 88. Bryce Harper is out in front of it. Easy fly ball to left field for the out in the first inning.
Here he is again. Third plate appearance for Harper of the night. Fly out to left, a walk. It'll be Harper, Rendon, and Lynn. Bottom of the fifth inning with the Nationals on top 3-1. Coming in, hitting at 348 on the year. Broken back, grounded to first. Myers will need Perdomo, and he's there.
I love that. Got in Bryce Harper's kitchen and snapped that shillelagh for the easy, weak ground ball to the right side. Remember the changeup away to get him out first at bat? Well, he tries to get the fat part of the bat out in front here, but he can't get extended. I love the snap of the bat. Love that sound.
One out here in the fifth inning, Anthony Rendon, who has doubled and walked. Do you like the sound when you were 60
No,
feet,
I
6
did
inches?
not. No. Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I apologize. Yes, I did. I thought you were going to go the other way. Did you like the sound of the ball at the sweet spot, which I heard quite a bit?
I was not going to say that. That's terrible. I wouldn't have said that.
Oh, and you would never do that.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, you know you made a good pitch, and you got to, for a guy who likes to get extended, when you don't get him extended like that, you're making a darn good pitch.
Just off the outside edge at 95. Rendon now. Lind next. Nationals batting here in the home half of the fifth inning. Fly ball, shallow right. Out goes Solarte. In comes Caesar. And Caesar will make the catch for out number 2. 3 in a row now retired by Perdomo. That'll bring up Adam Lind. Adam Lind broke into the big leagues in 2006 with the Toronto Blue Jays. He spent the majority of his career 2006 through 2014, but stops in Milwaukee, last year Seattle, and now here with the Nationals. Good left-handed hitter. Pretty good defensively also. 20 home runs each of the last 2 years in Milwaukee and in Seattle. And so far this year, 3 home runs for the Nationals, but much more limited time. Goes the other way. Spangenberg is there. Wow. That took off on him, reaches across the body and makes the catch that ends the inning. 3-1 Nationals.
Inning of work. Early on, he had trouble with the fastball location, so he went to the slider. Averages a slider about 87 miles an hour. Once in a while, he'll drop in a changeup as well, but once he got that down, then he dropped in the changeup, and he now finds himself with a 2-run lead as he starts his 6th inning of work.
Luis Perdomo leading it off here. Perdomo pitching-wise, 82 pitches. Let's take a look at Scherzer's pitches and the breakdown so far. There is pitch 60 for him on the night. That's in there for a strike. Perdomo a strikeout victim in the 3rd inning. 6 strikeouts for Max Scherzer through the first 5.
You know, Chris Spire, we mentioned it earlier, he's the bench coach for Dusty Baker. Dusty Baker's out west in Sacramento for his son's high school graduation, so Chris Spire is managing tonight. And he was quoted before the game is saying the plan for Scherzer, he's looking for him to go 9 a complete game. He goes, I don't care if it takes 200 pitches. There's Chris. Obviously, he's not going to throw 200 pitches, but still, you know, with the way that Scherzer pitches into the 6th here in his pitch count, he's going to try to take him at least, I would say, into the 8th or beyond.
This one floated foul. You guys were teammates at one point?
We were in 1987, my first year out of camp, making the ball club out of camp. And Chris Spire was obviously towards the end of his career, but lockered right next to the veteran shortstop.
I was going to say, was he still playing short at that point?
Yes, he was. Yep. Roger Craig brought him on board.
Swing and a miss, and Perdomo strikes out. 7 strikeouts for Scherzer. It's time now for the Unlimited Baseball break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Well, Jake Arrieta facing the Dodgers tonight at Dodger Stadium. No hitter last regular season start at Dodger Stadium back in 2015. Ryan Braun placed on the DL, just came off the DL. Now he goes back with a calf injury, 2nd time this month, and the Blue Jays activated not 1 but 2 big players in their lineup. Troy Tulowitzki and Josh Donaldson, both from the 10-day DL, so that helps out the Blue Jays, who started the year miserably and have played better baseball lately. In fact, they've won 3 games in a row. Getting those 2 guys back going to be big for the Jays in the American League East.
That changes the dynamic of that lineup big time. We all know that.
Cordoba has struck out twice. Once in the 1st, once in the 3rd. There's a strike. Cordoba didn't like it. Kind of spins out of the box.
See the movement on that changeup? That's on the outer half of the plate. That has a serious tilt to it.
There's a ground ball towards 3rd base. Rondon on the run. And in time to get Cordoba 2 down in the inning. That's 6 in a row now retired by Scherzer. And 13 of the last 14. All that was in the middle of was the home run Ryan Schimpf in the 4th inning. That home run otherwise retired everybody else. 2 down here in the 6th, and it brings up Yangervis Solarte. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Now he's throwing up the curveball. First pitch to Solarte.
3rd time through the lineup, mixing it up here a little bit. Shift on Solarte on the right side to the Nationals.
You know, this might be one of those at-bats where he doesn't throw him a fastball. There's a changeup. Curveball, fastball, 3rd time around.
Especially now where he's ahead of him 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Solarte strikes out. 8th strikeout for Scherzer.
Got him with the slider.
3-1 Nationals. right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. We play here into the last of the 6th inning. This Nationals team on top in the National League East by 7.5 games over the Braves and Mets that we just saw. Miami and Philadelphia both 11.5 games back. And it's been an impressive start to this season for him, and not yet to June.
And as a whole, for this Washington national team, we talked about the bullpen. They will make a move. They will get someone to bolster that bullpen, an arm or two. Mike Rizzo is on it, the GM for the Nationals.
This is to right center field. On the move is Harper to the corner, and on the move headed to second base, Matt Wieters for his second hit of the night. Wieters with a single in the 4th inning. Himself a double now here in the 6th inning.
What kind of one-handed that? Kind of a slow swing, got the good part of the bat on it, and he short hops the wall.
Pretty strong guy.
Yes, he is. Caesar out there in right places the short hop off the out-of-town scoreboard.
Michael Taylor standing in, and he'll take strike one. Taylor homered his last time up. Driving a pair. 10th and 11th RBIs of the year. 278 hitter in this spot this year. Nationals trying to add on as they bat here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitches right now for Perdomo.
Remember, he got extended on the fastballs. We take a look at the breakdown for Perdomo. 88 tosses.
A couple of long innings at 3rd and 4th innings for him in this outing. And 1, 2, 3, 5th, and a leadoff double by Wieters to start the 6th inning. Time call as Taylor backs out. 50th game of the year for the Padres on their schedule. Part of a 2-city tour that started in Flushing, New York against the Mets. Making 2 out of 3 there and trying to keep it going here in a 3-game series in Washington, D.C.
Well, Luis Perdomo just can't consistently find that release point and work ahead. It's a 3-1 count here. We've got Defoe on deck. First base is open with nobody out.
Swing and a miss, down to one knee with that cut, full count.
Good slider. That thing broke straight down. Serious tilt. The tilt on this pitch goes straight down. Almost like a backup slider.
The off pitch. And a swing and a miss. Perdomo needed that. Strikes him out. That's 5 Ks now for Luis.
Big time pitch. Big time result. He went back to the slider. Brought him to his knee. Hey, if you hit the home run off of me on a fastball, I'm going to counter with the slider.
So 1 out Wieters at second base, and it brings up Wilmer Defoe. He'll take strike one. Defoe 0 for 2. Was grounded to short, bounced out to first base. Center fielder Cordova over towards the left center. One thing with our vantage point here, we get a great look at the entire field.
Yes. We can see everything fair territory.
Gap out there in right center right now. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Off balance cut right there.
And you know what, Don? It's not symmetrical because when you look at the outfield, it kind of, right?
Not exactly like that, but
well,
yeah.
whatever, Mr. Architect. There's a lot of angles out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a one, you know.
No, I know what you're saying.
Like a big arc.
That's not how you drew it up.
I know.
Try again. Swing and a miss. Or did he get a piece? No, I got a piece. A little piece. Tough to tell from 26 floors up. Walking lead off second for Wieters. One out here in the 6th inning. Time called. Hedges going to head out, talk to Perdomo.
Yeah, you don't want to get crossed up with that runner on second base and have him on third with fewer than 2 outs.
Later stages here. Perdomo's outing. 96 pitches right now. One out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Trying to keep this a 2-run deficit. Bouncing in 2-2. And a swirling wind here all night.
Yeah, you know what? Up top here, there is a lot of wind, but you know the field level, I'm not so sure it's a big deal because there's flags out in left center field, and
Yeah, they're doing nothing.
yeah,
So I think it's up where we are, not so much down there.
nice.
Strike 3 call. Jumping back out of the way was Defoe. He's rung up. Back-to-back Ks for Perdomo. 6 strikeouts in all.
That is the pitch, one of the pitches I should say, that's going to put Luis Perdomo over the hump. The 2-seam fastball against the lefty to bring it back for the strike at 96. Movement, velocity, location. You bet.
2 down here in the 6th inning. And Max Scherzer the batter. 0 for 2.
Where'd that miss? Really? I guess down the middle doesn't count tonight.
Chop towards third. Schimpf. Plenty of time. Throws out Scherzer and ends the inning. A ways to lead off double. It is 3-1 Nationals at the end of 6. And we come back. Will Myers will lead it off for the Padres. Down by 2 as we head to the 7th inning. summary and some home runs in this game. Starting with Trey Turner in the bottom of the first inning with the Nationals on top 1-0. Padres had an answer though in the fourth inning. Ryan Schimpf, his 12th home run of the year, hits it off Max Scherzer. And we're tied 1-1. Into the bottom of the fourth inning with a runner at first. Michael Taylor with a 2-run home run off Luis Perdomo's second round tripper allowed by Perdomo. Gave the Nationals a 3-1 advantage, and that's what they've got here. As Perdomo, after 100 pitches, 6 innings, 6 hits, the 3 runs on the hook. Scherzer has thrown 72 so far through 6 innings. Ryan Schimpf with a home run. Turner with a home run and a double. 2 for 3 in this ball game is Trey Turner. Play along to the 7th. And Scherzer in a good spot pitch count wise, been fairly economical tonight.
Yes, he has. Padres are swinging early, trying to take advantage of a pitch they can do some damage with. On the other side of the ledger, Luis Perdomo, just a couple of bad pitches. The leadoff home run to Turner and the shot off the bat of Michael Taylor, the 2-run shot in the 4th.
Perdomo at an even 100 pitches, and Kirby Yates is up in the pen right now for the Padres. Myers leading it off and chasing a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Myers 0 for 2, has grounded into a double play and struck out looking. It's Hardy on the cut, fouling it off 0-2. Well, an all-star last year. Question is, will be an all-star this year?
Stay tuned to that one. Dot.
A lot of very good first basemen in the National League vying for the all-star nod. Ryan Zimmerman here. Swing and a miss, and Myers strikes out. 9 Ks for Scherzer.
And the 9th one came on a changeup from Max Scherzer. He's got 4 weapons. He's got 3 of them working tonight. The fastball, the slider, and the changeup at 85, and it's down out of the zone. You see the gyro ball grip.
Throws it a lot like me.
He does. I was just going to say. That's the way Don Orsillo holds his gyro ball. And
very similar. I didn't realize it. Max and I had that in common. One out here in the 7th. Breaking ball in there. Strike 1 to Schimpf. Schimpf a home run in the 4th, his 12th of the year. Pops it up to the foul ground. Rendon. 2 down in the inning. The day after, the Padres score 5 or more runs, get 50% off any regular menu price online order at papajohns.com. Enter promo code Padres5.
You know, I must say, you're nailing the reads tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I've got to give credit where credit's due.
Just a night off for you. Tomorrow you'll be right back at it. I'm pretty sure Jason Lewis, our producer, has decided to move you back up the order tomorrow with some of these reads.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm thinking probably those Sunday for sure, if not tomorrow. 2 down here in the 7th.
Okay, Skip.
Maybe one more day down.
All right.
Spangenberg 0 for 2. We got to meet Corey's mom and sister today before the ball game. That was cool.
I thought it was good karma for me because I chose Corey and picked the stick. Immediately when I sent my pick in, then I met his mom and his sister. As we take a look at the breakdown for Scherzer, he is really thrown well. Like you said, Don, being very economical.
Retired by Scherzer. On the ground towards Depot at second base. Another 1-2-3 inning for Max Scherzer's retired 10 in a row. 3-1 Nationals. Brought to you by GMC. By Petco, your complete pet store with all the nutrition supplies and services you need. And by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup. Shop at choosenissan.com. Well, we head on here to the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitching change. It's brought to you by El Cajon Ford. And first out of the pen tonight for Andy Green is Kirby Yates.
Well, last time out for Kirby was a few days ago. Back on Tuesday in the Big Apple. It's his 12th game. Gave up his first earned run on Tuesday in his 10 appearances, 9 1/3 innings pitched since he was claimed off waivers from the Los Angeles Angels.
I know what you think about this topic as far as quality outings go. Perdomo had a quality outing.
Absolutely.
And especially against this offense.
I was, you know, great minds think alike. I was thinking along right there with you. With the offensive surge that this lineup has, I will label this outing a quality start for Luis Perdomo.
6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. There's a fly ball shallow right. Caesar coming in, and he'll make the catch for the first out here at the bottom of the 7th inning.
But see, here's the thing. In a way, I think a quality start falls under those categories because it could be 0 runs or 1 run in 6 innings, right? If you do that, I think that's really special. I think that's really good. If you can go 7 innings and 3 runs or fewer, I like that idea. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm along the lines. But then again, starters aren't going that deep anymore, so it's hard to do that. But I really feel like it should be 7 innings.
But yet, if, like I said, if he goes 6 and he gives up no runs, correct, right? That's a quality start if he goes 6.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
Jason Worth batting here. He had no success against Perdomo. So for 3 against him, striking out twice and flying out. Now, with all the work that the starters have had over the last couple of days against the Mets, getting into that bullpen early a couple of times over the last week, the bullpen right now is a little sparse. So what's available for Andy Green tonight?
It is. Well, you take a look at the usage. Brad Hand's got to be down.
Yep.
Mauer's got to be down.
Yep.
Torres, I would think, is on the shelf.
How about Buchter?
Oh, good call. Ryan Buchter, I would have to say. He's kind of leaning on the fence, but I would kind of lean towards not being used.
Doesn't leave you a lot.
Stammen is available.
Yep. Former National.
I would say Quack is in the mix. He would be available. There's my guys right there. I love me my relievers.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Worth now, Bryce Harper.
Need some water there, Cha-Cha?
Waiting on deck.
Sound a little dry tonight.
I am a little dry.
You all right over there, Peter Brady?
It's all good. Two to Worth. Full count now. Center fielder Cordova over towards right center. Yates, first out of the pen tonight for the Padres. And that's ball 4. Down to first base goes Jason Worth with 1 out here in the 7th. Well, this copyright telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. So 1 out here in the 7th inning.
So now the copyright's going your way.
Hey, here's the deal. I'm the announcer. They tell me
I want
what
to get in the game, Coach.
And then I read it. So again, we went through this earlier. I'll explain it again slowly. You had a bad couple days with the Mets at Citi Field. It didn't go well. You botched somewhere in the neighborhood of 14 different reads in the 3 days were considered Fs, where you were graded on a letter system, where you either botched one or more words, in some cases entire sentences.
I never botched the copyright.
Listen, you got the yips, everybody gets them. So what they're going to do is they're going to have you relax, do your expert analysis here over the weekend, your little pointer and everything else you have over there, and just worry about that. With 1 out, 1 on. Most likely Sunday you'll have the chance to try the reads again. It's a little breather. Everybody gets tired. This game 50 of the year for you. I get it. Harper 0 for 2 with a walk. His fly to left, grounded out. The walk came in the 3rd inning. One of the 2 walks given up by Perdomo. Copyright really got you though, didn't it?
It did. It hurt.
The other stuff you were okay with.
You know what would make me happy?
What's that?
The double play ball here.
Yep.
And we know how tough and out Bryce Harper is. But Yates has got that 4-seam, 2-seam action. Hopefully going to get a grounder here.
Runner goes, pitch outside and dropped. Stolen base for Jason Worth.
Well, that takes the double play out of the equation. I think the Nationals were thinking right along. Pretty decent jump right there by Worth, and Austin just couldn't find the handle, it looked like. Only the 4th stolen base by Worth this year.
So in scoring position here for Bryce Harper with 1 out. And 1 the count.
Put him on again, maybe?
I consider they intentionally walked him in the 3rd. Not doing it this time.
You know, if you put him on here, you don't make that mistake of a pitcher trying to throw a bad pitch for a ball. You know, chance of him really missing one. Oh, that's when he could have turned on. And I think he wants that one back. You could see his reaction. I think he missed that one. Yates gets it in there. 94. Tries to tie him up.
Jason Worth at second base, 1 down here in the 7th. Reaches out, protects the plate, fouls it off to the left.
He did chase. It was a changeup. Looked like 87 down and away.
Turner fly to right. Worth walked, stole second. Scoring position with 1 away here with Kirby Yates on the mound. Payoff pitch will have to wait as getting time is Harper. Well, the game's best climbing back in here with the runner at second base, 1 out in the 7th. In the air to right field. Caesar going back, looking up, and this is an absolute blast into the top deck. 15th home run of the year for Harper. And it is a 5-1 lead now for the Washington Nationals. Well, I'm guessing Andy Green, thinking back on it now, probably would have walked him thinking about it over again.
Yeah, well, it boils down to what I said earlier. You know, if you elect to pitch to him and you want to try to pitch around, you better make sure you get that ball out of the zone. He did chase the changeup prior. Yates goes with the slider, but he doesn't hit his spot. Harper hits his spot, puts a good swing on it. He wants this one down by the back foot. It's inner third, just above the knee. Upper tank here at Nationals Park.
Changes the complexion of this game pretty quickly. Now a 4-run deficit for the Padres. Third home run of the night for the Nationals, and that fan in the first row of the top deck. Here at Nationals Park, where Washington has jumped on top 5-1.
Don, you know when we talk about pitchers always throwing strikes, but also you have to learn how to throw balls, right? And I think that was a classic example. You don't want Bryce Harper to hurt you. So it was a slider call. You got to get that one down and in. Maybe you get the swing over, swing and miss, but that's the chance you take, not hitting your spot when wanting to throw a ball and you get hurt.
Now Rendon hits a high fly ball to left field. Spangenberg will have room. And he puts it away for out number 2 of the inning. And that'll bring up Adam Lind.
And you're right, rather than a 2-run deficit, now you're down by 4. You went from a blue boon blast to a grand slam.
So 2 outs, bases empty. Adam Lind 0 for 3. Never down twice and lined out to left.
Let's check out Austin Hedges on this home run. His glove. See where his glove is? He'll move in. He wants it down. Then he kind of, it's just up a little bit too much. And when you know, just a little bit too much to Bryce Harper can spell trouble. We all know that.
Now the shift on going the other way is Lind with a base hit into left field. Padres shifting on the right side, so Lind takes it to the left side and through.
Now that swing there from Lind doesn't seem like the traditional swing we've seen from the left-handed hitter, but that looks like he actually had a plan with the shift the way it is. You know, after a second look, maybe he was, you know, it was short and quick to that ball, upper body.
So a 2-out base runner here in the 7th, and it brings up Matt Wieters. He's had a good night after flying out to center. Since then, a single and a double. A little tardy on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. A 2-run bottom of the 7th inning so far here for Washington. For a ball, 1-2. On spring training this year, the Nationals had started with former Padre Derek Norris. Ended up moving on to the Tampa Bay Rays, where he's currently playing right now. And Wieters signed here. Swing and a miss off balance, and Kirby Yates strikes out Matt Wieters to end the inning. But a 2-run shot for Bryce Harper. It's 5-1 Nationals. All right, Mike and Mark, thank you very much. Forgot who's in there.
Yeah.
I know both of those people too.
Know your teammates.
Austin Hedges leading it off here in the 8th.
Oh, those 4 runs. Big difference with Max Scherzer out on the hill. And with the state of the Washington Nationals bullpen, yeah, they're going to go with Scherzer as long as they can. And the 407-foot shot, exit velocity, almost 110 miles an hour off the bat of Bryce Harper.
Called the launch angle.
Who cares? It's gone.
I thought at first it might be too high.
Too high? What do you mean? It's gone.
Ball and 2 strikes here to Austin Hedges. Pitch 85 for Scherzer. And he gets him. 10 strikeouts for Max Scherzer, 1 down in the 8th. 53rd career game with 10 or more.
He went to the slider to get Austin Hedges here to start the 8th. Biting down and away.
1 out in the 8th, and it brings up Matt Caesar. He has struck out, grounded out. Take strike 1. Fastball on that outside edge. Toughest part about a guy like Scherzer too is when he gets in this groove, it's very difficult to get him out of it. Retired 11 in a row.
You know, he's like a man possessed out there when he gets to this point in the game. He could spell the finish line. He wants that complete game.
Think of those great Tigers teams that he was a part of, and the fact that he and Verlander are on the same staff is kind of scary when you think about it. And those two would feed off each other as far as going deep into games.
You talk about 2 competitors right there who want to outdo one another.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Swinging a foul tip. Got a piece of Wieters. So a little professional courtesy here. Roberto Ortiz, the home plate umpire, giving a little extra time to Wieters. And Scherzer taking a little stroll in behind the mound, counterclockwise. A 1-2 pitch coming up here to Matt Caesar. Got him. 11 strikeouts for Scherzer, back-to-back days here in the 8th.
Got him this time with the changeup. As I mentioned when Max Scherzer took the hill, this guy's a closer for 9 innings. And that's his mentality when he goes out there. It's like old school pitchers back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. You got that ball to start. Guess what? You were going to finish it.
On the ground off the bat of Ibar, right to Defoe. A 1-2, 3/8 inning. 5-1 Nationals at the end of 7.5.
We're on the sandy green.
Let's video all the par threes in case we do something crazy like hit a hole-in-one. And then the next hole, she made the hole-in-one.
Rose's dress?
In the corner.
Wow, and she
Okay, wait, I have
slips.
to take a picture of this. Indoor skydiving.
Yeah,
We're here to haze you right now.
pretty good one. Pretty good one.
Well, that was a look at this week's Best of Padres POV. We're doing something different this week. We take all of our best features from the season so far and put it into one show for you guys. You can tune in after Padres Live, the post-game show this Friday night. Mark and Don, up to you.
All right, thanks very much, Michelle. As we play along here to the 8th, and Padres will use their third pitcher of the night, Miguel Diaz, coming into the game.
Well, Kirby Yates, he went an inning, and the 2-run shot for Harper hurts, but still in slam range, got to hold the deficit to 4 against these Nationals. Oh, looks like Austin Hedges got that one off the grill.
Is it me, or is it more lately than ever?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Michael Taylor leading it off here for the Nationals. Homered back in the 4th inning. A 2-run shot gave the Nationals at the time a 3-1 advantage. They had another 2-run shot, that one coming last inning by Bryce Harper. And striking out is Taylor, so Diaz makes quick work of him here for out number 1 at the bottom of the 8th. Let's revisit our keys to the game tonight. Brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, try and expose Scherzer. You know, the Montreal Expos, Washington Nationals move. Scherzer, 8 innings, still in the game. 2 hits, 1 earned run, 11 punchies, and pick your poison. The Nationals have 3 home runs from 3 different players. So the power is spread out.
Wilmer Defoe batting now with 1 out. And a grounder. Nice play. Leaping in the air is Diaz, and he'll flip underhanded. Good athletic play right there by Miguel Diaz for out number 2 of the 8th.
Well, we all know that the pitcher's the best athlete on the diamond at any given time, and here he is, Miguel Diaz, showing up the athleticism, leaping the 1-3 putout.
And that Scherzer coming up here, and this crowd of 28,606 standing for him as he's introduced. He's going to try and go the distance tonight. It is 91 pitches through the first 8 for him, and I love the fact that he is going to go all 9 or try to.
He can smell the finish line.
That is strike 3, and that's the end of the inning. 1-2-3-8 for Miguel Diaz to the 9th. Padres have work to do. game, and without a doubt, Max Scherzer is that guy.
Well, the strikeout is the big story for Max Scherzer. Going into the 9th inning, he's got 11 strikeouts. Early on, he was having trouble locating the fastball. He was yanking it, he was pushing it, not throwing for strikes. He went to the slider, got that release point, got some strikeouts there. He mixed in some changeups, and in between the fastballs when needed. And oh, there you go. There's the eyes with the K's in the eyes, trying to hypnotize, trying to mesmerize the hitters. He has done that tonight here in the nation's capital.
What do you call that again?
Heterochromia.
Scherzer trying to go all 9. Yes. A pinch hitter in Chase Darno here in the pitcher's spot, lead it off in the 9th inning. Darno got his first start last night for the Padres, and coming off the bench tonight to pinch hit. Scherzer 6 career complete games. 91 pitches deep, 71 strikes. High percentage of strikes tonight. And that's strike 1. You know, with 3 different teams in 2017, it's only May 26th. Fouled back, and it's 0-2.
And what is a feeling for a kid to come off the bench and pinch hit tonight against a guy like Max Scherzer? I'm sure Mark Sweeney could have some insight on something like that, because it seems like Scherzer's been getting stronger as the game goes on, as you mentioned, Donnie.
Two pitch from Scherzer. Strikes out Darno, 1 down to the 9th. 12 strikeouts for Scherzer. Time now for the Bill Howe play of the game, and this one was relatively tight, 3-1. When Bryce Harper hit a 2-run home run to the top deck here at Nationals Park and made it a 4-run lead for the Nationals. One out in the 9th. Alan Cordoba fouls it back, now waiting around. Broken bat, grounder up the middle, and nobody's going to get it. It's into center, and Cordoba's aboard with 1 out. That breaks up a string of 14 in a row, retired by Max Scherzer. It's a base hit for Cordoba.
Well, you figured there was going to be a pitch here or there to where Scherzer misses the sweet spot. Off the end of the batter, you get jammed, and once in a while there's a ball that finds the hole. It was a classic example there. They avoid the strikeout, try to put the ball in play, and might find a hole.
So 1 out, and Cordoba at first base brings up Solarte. Field set up straight away on Solarte. Walked in the first. Line out to center in the 4th. Struck out swinging in the 6th inning. Look at Scherzer down there on the rubber, the third base side of the rubber, as far as you can go over there in that direction. That's where he's been all night.
He gets that straight on shot down and away to the lefties, down and into righties.
Ball behind 2-0. 3-0. Next pitch will be an even hundo. Ball 4, and all of a sudden control here for Scherzer has left him momentarily. Solarte with a walk, second time he's walked in this game. Only 2 walks Scherzer has allowed. Myers had the closer up in the pen.
Looks at him, says, "You all right?" I'll tell you what, he's going to have to pry. Oh, Chris Spire just asked for the baseball. Max Scherzer refused to give it to him. Now he's talking to Matt Wieters. He's not going to take. Did you just witness what just happened? Spire extended his hand, and Scherzer did not give it to him.
Spire, the acting manager with Dusty Baker at his son's graduation this weekend.
You are not taking my ball so I can go home.
And Glover up in the pen, the closer.
He says, "You all right?" Chris Spire, look, no, you're not getting it from me. And then he asked Matt Wieters his insight. Okay, here we go.
Will Myers bats with 2 on, 1 away in the 9th. Myers fouls it off at the plate. Oh, the flair for the dramatic later innings. Great for Myers, 313, slugging percentage of 700.
All right, Will Myers make it hurt.
Strike called 0-2.
Feel the changeup. And Scherzer may have gotten a call there.
Myers strikes out. Fastball at 97 miles an hour, 2 down in the 9th inning. Strikeout number 13 for Max Scherzer.
Scherzer's not going to mess around. He is reaching back. He is going with the old number 1. And the heater gets Will Myers. That might be one of the hardest pitches he's thrown tonight.
2 down in the 9th inning. And Ryan Schimpf standing in. Homer back in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 95. Portable at second base. Solarte at first. 2 down in the 9th. The 0-1 from Scherzer. Schimpf will foul it off, and it's 0-2. Ever since that meeting with Spire, he has really come out here and thrown a lot of fastballs and strikes. Pitching angry right now. Oh, 2 pitch coming up to Schimpf. Ball 1. On Cordova at second. Yangervis Solarte at first. 2 down in the 9th. Padres trailing by 4 runs. Down and in, 2-2.
Oh, the last 2 pitches he's overthrown.
2-2 pitch. That will hit Schimpf, and that will load the bases. The potential tying run coming to the plate. So Schimpf hit with a pitch. And now here comes Chris Spire. We got the tying run coming to the plate. And that is a night for Scherzer. He will finish with 108. After 108 pitches, 13 strikeouts, so 8 2/3, could not get the complete game. He's responsible for all the men on, and the bases are loaded. Bullpen has been a problem. They got a new closer now in Washington. He's in. It's Cody Glover.
And he has 3 saves on his ledger, his 17th game now. Boy, the strikeouts are there in 14 innings. Throws a 4-seam fastball, mix in a slider, a curveball, and a changeup. Spent some time on the DL this year. Since being off the DL, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts.
Bases loaded. Hunter Renfroe pinch hitting and pops it up on the first pitch, foul ground, and this ball will be out of play.
And he's got a live arm. You get up about 97, 98 miles an hour on that fastball for Cody Glover.
You're always talking about slam range, Mudcat.
Yep.
They're in slam range right now.
Yeah, make it hurt, Hunter Renfroe. Get a fastball, square it up, let it fly. The ball fly in this ballpark, especially with the power of Hunter Renfroe. We talked about the highest ERA in the major leagues. The Nationals are right there with a 5.26. 9 blown saves for this bullpen this year.
A big part of the reason, I'm sure, Max Scherzer did not want to come out of this game.
Yeah.
Renfroe batting with the bases loaded, 2 down in the 9th inning. Tying run at the plate. And a swing and a miss down to his last strike.
Well, hopefully it backfires for the Washington Nationals, and Hunter Renfroe can do something about it right here.
Portable third, Solarte at second, Schimpf at first. Renfroe strikes out, and the Nationals take game 1 of the series. So Glover makes quick work of Renfroe. Max Scherzer 8 2/3, 13 Ks. He's the story as we send it to Mike Pomerantz. Mike.